Hey guys, welcome to the video. Today, I've just done a mail opening which you will have probably seen already at this point, and the figures in it are somewhat, well, there's no delicate way to put it. They are disgusting. They are horrifically gross. Although there's some really good resale value in these figures, they are possibly the worst I've ever seen. And yeah, they're going to need a clean, and I don't mind putting that work in to get the money out of them. But yeah, they are truly gross. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the method of just brushing them in front of the camera, because you get more of a satisfying viewing situation from that. However, I'm not going to bother with this Triple H, which is just a mess. I'm not going to expand. I mean, he kind of looks Hulk Hogan-y with that hair cut down and a big bald patch. I'm not going to spend my time trying to clean this up. This is a destroyed figure, so I'll put it in for a soak, and what comes off, but I'm not going to spend any time on it. So, we're starting with the crappy ones first. I'll probably give these a bit less than I would the valuable ones, but yeah, look at this Rey Mysterio. That's pretty heinous, isn't it? So, I'm just going to go straight in and just get involved. Hopefully this won't be one of the many fig bath videos I've eventually filmed and then ended up not uploading anyway. Because this is a treat for you cleaning fanatics out there. Look at that. Oh, that was a good one. The good thing about this stuff is it very rarely doesn't come right up. I mean, one of the most destroyed looking figures I'd ever seen in an Undertaker figure I recently had on my last two fig baths, and I managed to save that somehow. That now lives on my shelf. Just trying to get these gloves. They aren't really white anymore, are they? I don't think they ever will be white again, but we can at least mitigate the browning by, you know, they'll still be stained, but we can get the dirt itself off. I think that'll probably do for that arm. Tag hand, obviously the dirt, we can get to the dirt a lot easier because the hand is just flat open, obviously. Dread to think what the bottom of the sink is going to look like after this one. And that almost rhymed. There's not really any value in these figures, so I'm not going to like really overdo it. I just think, you know, it's visually satisfying to watch the dirt get cleaned off. I'm just going to leave him in the soak for now. Oh god, yes, Trish Stratus. This one is brilliant. This is absolutely caked. Look at this. I don't know what this stuff is, but I do know it is gross. And I don't actually know what this is worth. Probably like maybe slightly more than your average Jax figure, but yeah. Let's get in there. This isn't even coming up all that well on Trish. Actually, to be fair, it is. It's just there's some significant marks in there as well. Like if you look at the two legs compared to each other, that is a lot better. It's just a case of, you know, there's quite significant marking all over the leg as well, which is going to need a little bit more to get off than a bit of a brush. Let's get this filthy leg. That is a real cluster of good God knows what on the thigh there. Let's get those arms done. I mean, look at that. What is that? Cobweb? Yeah, I don't know if we're going to save this one. She's definitely going to need a soak before she's like remotely close to being finished. I mean, the face has come up pretty well, so we could at least lob the head off and try and sell that, I guess. Interesting articulation at the wrist there. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to put her into soak. We've seen the majority come off, but I think a lot of it in those joints, in the hair, etc. That's going to take some removing. And you can see just here how filthy the sink is becoming already, just from like spray back. And speaking of things going back, here's with Ryback. Ugh, what have I just flicked on my thumb? That's gross. I mean, don't get me wrong, I would be better off soaking these first, but, you know, it's more visually satisfying to watch the copious amounts of dirt come off than for it to soak off naturally, I think. Well, I don't think, I know for a fact, you know, it's boring. Who wants to see the figure that just chuck it in a sink and it's clean, you know? Or at least it looks clean. Our head's come up pretty well, actually. Not a big demand for Ryback figures, but there's definitely more demand for clean ones than filthy ones. Again, I'll just put him in there. Maybe I should have ran a bit more hot water, actually, as it turned out. I didn't really think about the fact that I was probably going to be sinking all of these at this point. Okay, let's do a good one. This Tony Atlas is worth a couple of quid. I was actually quite surprised. I thought this might be worth like a £5 or something. It's actually more like 15, so that's plus. However, the shirt is definitely stained. There's nothing we can do about that. Definite yellowing there. So we're just going to have to deal with that. But still, you know, probably like maybe a tenner or something. I don't know. It's not actually as bad as some of the others. Just that shirt is stained, but to be fair, that could be from the factory even. You know, discoloration was pretty common with Jack's stuff. Yeah, I don't think he's too bad. This Undertaker, on the other hand, not so good. But you're not going to really be able to see that come up too well anyway, so I'm just going to put him in. Yeah, I'm going to run some more hot, I think. I just feel like little flecks of filth between my fingers at all given moments of the day now. Okay, Big Show. This was one that I don't think was supposed to be in the bundle, but it's a really cool figure. Really good to resell these. So we are going to just get him cleaned up as best we can. And try and sell him on. I mean, this guy was basically free, so we can't complain with having to tidy him up. Not that I complain with having to clean them anyway. We get this bit of extra content, presuming I upload it, and you know we get more money this way. 'Cause other people don't want to buy filthy figures. We buy them, we clean them up, we sell them again. And we give the figures a new lease of life. It's all good. It's all good, guys. But when the figure was free anyway, it's even better. At least I'm absolutely certain that this was not in the bundle. And as random inclusions go, this is really quite cool. And I think people love the Deluxe Big Show purely because it's so unbelievably massive. Like, this is a huge hunk of figure. I know that's the reason why I like it. The joints always seem to be okay as well for Deluxe Aggression. Like, usually they're pretty shocking. But, yeah, the Big Shows seem to hold up pretty well. On his head and back there, that's actually more sort of marks than dirt. So we'll go at those with a rubber. You know, he's worth a bob or two, so he's worth that extra effort. Otherwise, I'd maybe just leave the marks on. Let's do this Deluxe Steve Austin next. I mean, oh God. Oh, it's hideous. That is disgusting. That is so much worse than I thought it was. Wow. I really, really don't even want to know what this stuff is. But we can get about a tenner for this guy once we've tidied him up. So that's not, you know, not to be sniffed at. I do feel like... Oh no, it is coming off. It is coming up. Oh, do not like the look of that. That looks like it's stained on the side of the knee. That's a pain. And that's a mark there on the upper thigh. Not as much of a problem as a stain. Probably not going to be able to get that out. Okay, I think that's about as good as we're going to get the bulk off there. Hopefully that stain might come up a bit after a bit of a soak. A bit like that Undertaker. I mean, the next Stone Cold Steve Austin is somehow even worse. I guess it's because it's a bone cruncher and the material just attracts it more. But look at this. Like, that's borderline blackface is what that is. Again, it's not really worth fixing enough for me to... Actually, yeah, go on. We'll because this will be so visually satisfying if it comes up. So let's do this one actually. Oh God. Okay. Slowly but surely. I mean, bone crunches are garbage to sell at the best of times, let alone when they're like this. Nah, yeah, okay. We'll do him, but we'll let him soak for a while first, because that's just going to make the whole process damn sight easier. Let's go for Flexilex next. Now, the nice thing about this is that the ab joint is far too loose for me to use this in my figure fed, so this will definitely be getting resold. So that's cool, that's another tenner in the pocket. We just need to clean him up for his next owner. You see that filth that's just come off on my finger, like just holding it. Oh man, this is gonna be a bad sink after this. The sink itself is going to need a clean after this one. I mean, I say that, but I always do clean the sink after I do one of these because, you know, there's always a bit of dirt. You'd think this would do in cleaning the sink, but like just filling it with hot water and stuff, but not when the bottom of it is absolutely caked in filth, you know, which again, I'm pretty sure is going to be the case here. But this Lex seems to have cleaned up pretty well, which is good. You know, this isn't the first time I've had a Lex. I had a Gr0ssest Lex on one of the previous ones. Just going to leave him into soak now. Everything has a bit of a soak after a brush because, you know, there's stuff I won't be able to see, and there's stuff that, you know, will just get out, will just come out easier that way. Now we'll go for this Hornswoggle. This is what drew me to the bundle in the first place. These sell really well, but not if I can't get it off this awful rubbery material that Jax insisted on using. And my apologies if you can hear my neighbour mowing the grass outside. I did try and time it so that it did finished, but they seem to just be mowing indefinitely today. You know, there's multiple times where I tried to start this video and then I started mowing again. And I waited till they sounded like they definitely finished, and they're still going. Even after, what is this, 17 minutes of video? This is probably going to have to soak before anything comes off considerably. I'm confident we can probably get this off. The only thing that's put me off is that sticky Jax rubber stuff is also really hard to clean, but this doesn't seem, oh God, why did I look in there? This doesn't seem to quite be that material. But I'm sorry guys, he's definitely stained there. That's definitely a bit of pen. So that's probably knocked a couple of pounds off. But we've got plenty to be made here. So I think I'm just going to put him in for a soak. I'm going to have to get the stuff off him later. And how is the other Hornswoggle looking? This is the one I may keep. I didn't really check it in the opening video because it was so filthy, but the paint's in pretty good condition. I mean, this is definitely the least filthy figure in the whole bundle, so that's a good start. I don't know whether I'm going to keep this one on my 3-man band one, but either way, we're going to be able to sell one for like 15. So that's good. I just want it for like random segments and stuff, so I don't really need the most articulated one or anything like that, but I do like the look of the 3-man band one, but I also prefer him with hair. And I would say that's more or less that. I mean, we're going to put him in there anyway. You know, he's got that shirt and everything. It might be nice to get a bit of hot water up there. We have 3 more figures left now. We have this weird skater kid figure. Yep, you can just go in. We have a filthy Mr. Kennedy. So let's have a quick go at getting his filthy thighs tidied up a bit. Not coming up too badly on this one. I think his arms are slightly darker than his torso anyway, so that's possibly like some of it. That arm is like so close to coming out anyway. God, these Jax figures really just aren't even worth saving, but you gotta do what you gotta do. We may as well, we're here, it's content. That means that I can't really be asked doing too much more, so I'm just going to shove him in. And the last thing we've got here is an Elite Road Dog. Really, really cool figure. Really, really filthy though. Really, really gross. Is that a dead spider? No, I don't think it is. Kind of looks like one though. Really, really gross, but you know, another £15 or so when we get it sold. So let's get in on here. Oh, what is that? I mean, I feel like these have been left in a garage with some spiders and such. Not a clean garage either. Makes a good fig bath video though. Good fig bath video. And they'll make some good sales on eBay once they're done as well, as I keep saying. I mean, the paint wear's pretty bad on this Road Dog as well, so that'll knock a couple of quid off as well, I'm sure, but yeah, it is what it is. These are the brakes, you know. You can only go off like sold listing prices on eBay for the best case scenario. That's actually not dirt on his wrist, that's a tattoo. It's just come away so much that it kind of looks like dirt. Yeah, your sold listing prices, your expectations are like best case scenario. Unfortunately, you very rarely get quite what you expect. But when what you expect is a really good amount of money, it's okay to get a bit less. So, yeah, the sink is a bit filthy now. And I'm going to get the towel out and start toweling off some of these boys. Some of the ones that don't really need going back over. So first of all, of course, we don't really need Hornswoggle going back over. Little Hornswoggle, he came up pretty well, so we'll take him out. In fact, you guys don't really need to be involved in this bit at all, so I'll just do this myself. So maybe leave Road Dog in there for a little bit longer just because he's only just been put in. But I think more or less everyone else is ready for another round. I think Road Dog can come out once he's been in for a little bit longer. Just give him a bit longer to soak out the joints, etc. I don't know. This Austin might be fine. Might be fine as it is now. Haven't touched on the Undertaker at all, so we'll just give him a brush over. Such a valueless figure anyway, Jack's Undertaker, that, you know, it feels like it's not even worth the time. But, you know, we're probably going to bundle up all the Jack's boys here, apart from the ones that are worth something, and just try and get that bundle moved out as quickly as possible. So it's going to be a lot better if they're all looking clean. Let's take another look at, no, he's not really worth the effort. Trish, give her a quick once over on the hair, and the arm. I don't know if we're going to get any further with her, to be quite frank. I feel like that, I mean, we can definitely get rid of that, whatever the hell that is. Or maybe we can't, maybe that's paint. Oh, she's got paint. Got paint all over her wrist. Okay, cool. Well, we're just going to leave her in there for now. Ryback, you can probably come out. I think he more or less just wanted to soak, didn't he? Mr. Kennedy, how are you looking? I mean, you can just hear the arms rattling around. This guy's basically barely worth selling in the first place. I mean, look at the colour of that water. I don't know if you can see it, but I quite often say it's bad, but this is really bad. And the good thing about this Road Dog is I already have one. and that torso joint is terrible. So I can just sell this one immediately without needing to question whether it's in better nick than mine. Although having looked at the paint and everything, it definitely isn't in better nick than mine anyway. But yeah, this little skater guy. Just give him a quick once over. Probably going to end up in the DSW crowd if I ever have one, which presumably at some stage I will. Just throw him in the pile. And let's get into the potentially the most visually satisfying ones. Oh god, that water is disgusting. Right. You know, try and do those insides. That's not so bad. That's a little bit better than the rest. That's not as bad. Oh god. I mean, that's a lot better than it was. But that is just ridiculous. Like, that is just unbelievable levels of gross. Right, I have an idea for these last couple. That's that just stained, yeah. But this is going in a damaged figures bundle at best, so you know, it doesn't really, no point leaving them in there any longer. But I do have an idea of how we can maybe get some of the dirt off this one, off these ones. And my method for this is to use the Sonic Scrubber. Now, I will warn you guys, this is probably going to have just a horrific noise, but it might do the job, so let's see. Where's Swoggy gone? Right. I'm going to start on that. Getting there. I love watching how much it vibrates his little arms. That's done like something. It's done better than nothing. It's got rid of some of that. But it's maybe not gone as well as I had hoped. Oh, this is going to make such a mess. Okay, well I think at the very least these are going to need a very long soak if we can get anything more off them anyway. So we will just leave that for now. And if you enjoyed this video, please do like, comment and subscribe. Check out the end screen for my other fig bath videos. Thank you all for watching and goodbye. So this is kind of how I left Hornswoggle at the end when I sort of gave up. That stain on the back of his jacket is actually an ink stain as opposed to like kind of dirt, as was the stuff that came off with the Sonic Scrubber, so that's cool. But it's still not perfect, although it's a lot better than it was, and it's definitely a lot better than this Austin came out in the end when I gave up on that. And you can just see in the bottom of the sink there, the colour of the water, the amount of filth that has settled on the bottom of the bowl there. Absolutely disgusting, but very happy to have these finished. And that just about wraps up this video. So if you have enjoyed this, please do like, comment and subscribe. Check out the other fig bath video in the end screen. Thank you guys for watching and goodbye.